have today 40 real-life examples of German bathrooms for you. Thank you to all my followers for sending me these photos. Hi, I'm Sissy. I'm originally from Berlin, Germany, and I have been living in the US for 16 years. First off, Germans don't really have as many bathrooms as many Americans do. This typical scenario we have here often in the US, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. This is not very typical in Germany. Many Germans have just 1 bathroom and they just have to share this bathroom with the whole family. And in fact, I did a little poll on my German Instagram account and I asked how many bathrooms my German followers have. And in the poll, 596 people, that was 47%, said they have only 1 bathroom. That's like half of them. 37%, those were 469 people, have 2 bathrooms, and only 12% have 3 bathrooms. Yeah, just imagine getting ready as a family of 3 or 4 with just 1 bathroom. One thing that's really different in Germany is that every bathtub I have ever seen has always a handheld shower head. And I really don't understand why we don't have that here in the US. My husband and I, we have lived in many homes here in the US in the last 16 years, and it was always the case that our bathtub did not have a handheld shower head. And that is just so inconvenient cleaning your bathtub. Like, I always wonder, how do other people clean their bathtub? Because without this handheld shower head, it's just a hassle. I find it quite annoying and I don't understand why this is not common in the US to have. And the same is true for the shower. I have never seen in Germany a shower that doesn't have a handheld shower head, while I've seen this countless times in the US. I mean, really, what a hassle to clean your shower without that. But even for washing your hair is just so much more convenient. And funnily, here's a little story. One time we sold a house in Florida, and apparently the people that were checking out the house, they really enjoyed our handheld shower head. But we, when we moved out of the house, took it out with us. And then they were calling their realtor and said, wait a second, there was a handheld shower head. We want that. And so we were like, when our realtor told us, okay, and brought it back to them. But it was really just a shower head that was from Walmart. It was maybe $25. I don't think it was worth the call and back and forth, but apparently for them it was so special they really wanted that back. So let's talk about bathtubs itself. It is not very common in Germany to have a corner bathtub. You rarely see that. Out of the 40 different bathrooms that people have sent me, there were only 3 people that had a type of a corner bathtub, and one of them, I know she is inspired by US homes, so she built that, custom built the tub and took America as an inspiration. So while you see that very often in American homes to have a corner bathtub, you will see more rectangular bathtubs in Germany. I often think that Germans might maybe enjoy taking a bath more than Americans. This is some impression that I have when I talk to my American friends. Not many of them seem to be a fan to take a bath, while I do know that my German friends really like it. Maybe it has to do also with the climate where you live. Maybe when it's colder you prefer to take a bath, and if you live in hotter weather, maybe then it's not your favorite thing to do. And let's talk about the sinks. You will have rarely 2 sinks in a German bathroom, as is very common in a master bathroom in the US. I've had out of the 43 people that had 2 sinks, well, actually only 1 person had 2 sinks and the other 2 had like a large sink with 2 faucets, and the rest really just had a single sink. Yeah, it is much more common to have only 1 sink, and it's also not that common to have a cabinet under the sink. So people that remodel their bathroom, they probably will have a cabinet installed, but older bathrooms usually not. And let's also talk about the faucets. I have not seen a single faucet that is widespread or 3-hole, which is very common in the US, as we have too the 3-hole faucet. Not one of the photos that have been sent to me was like that. They all have the one lever where you can adjust the temperature with just one lever. And I actually really think it's very inconvenient to have the cold water on one side and the hot water, because you always have to adjust it. I don't find this is very practical. But I do believe that many Americans prefer the 3-hole faucet for aesthetic reasons. I think people seem to like the look of that more in the US. And now let's talk about the toilets. It is not common in Germany to have, like I do, I have a door there where simply only my toilet is inside, and that is not a common thing in Germany. Usually the toilet is in the same room as the bathroom. There was one person that had her toilet separate, and that is the person that was really inspired by American homes, so she built that with America as an inspiration, but none of the others had their toilet in a separate room. It's also not common in Germany to have a wall-mounted toilet with a toilet tank behind it. And from the people that sent me their pictures, there were 4 people that had kind of older bathrooms who still had a floor-mounted toilet, but most people had a hanging toilet. So that is super common in Germany, and it is so easy to clean your bathroom if you have a hanging toilet, I tell you. And what they have is they have the wall-mounted system, and you have their buttons to flush, and it's usually a bigger and a smaller one. The bigger one is for number 2 and the smaller one is for number 1. And what's also different in Germany is that the bathrooms are usually not directly attached to the bedroom, which is very common here in the US and really super convenient. I love that. So imagine you have to go peeing in the middle of the night and you have to step on a dark hallway to find your toilet. And another thing I noticed on those photos that have been sent to me is Germans really like a heated towel rack. Many of them had it, and it's really convenient to just put, after you took a shower, your wet towel on that heated rack. It just dries fast. I haven't seen this often in the US. Next up are 6 differences in American and German homes. You can watch that up here. Auf Wiedersehen!